Alright, good afternoon, everybody. First thing that I want to discuss is my crock pot chili recipe. I had a lot of comments about the bag inside the crock pot. People, they are slow cooker liners. They are literally made to go in the crock pot. It makes for an easy cleanup, and no, they don't melt and they don't cause no harm to the food. They just make it easier to clean up. You can look these up. They'll tell you all about them. I buy them right down at Walmart. I find it easier to use these, especially during this season, because I use my crock pot a lot and I've only got one. Now today, I'm going to show you how I make meatloaf. I am making a bacon wrapped meatloaf today. I've already got my pan sprayed and my bacon all laid out. Now in my bowl, I have got about 4 pounds of hamburger meat. You could use less, you could use more. 2 eggs, some salt, pepper. I used a whole pack of saltine crackers. You can use breadcrumbs. That's completely up to you. We've added some ketchup, and now I'm going to add some evaporated milk. Now I use a lot of ketchup and evaporated milk in this recipe. The evaporated milk makes it soft enough to mess with, and the ketchup makes it stick together. So I'm going to mix this up, and I want to turn, y'all can see what I'm doing. But we're going to mix this up and get it over here in this pan. So we got all this junk, and yes, it's going to be a little messy. Now, I usually eyeball this at this point. After I start mixing, I'll add everything that I want in it, and you could add onion and bell pepper if that's what you want. I do not. My family don't like it that way, so I do not. I don't mind the onion, but I don't care for the bell pepper in it. But at this point, now that I got my hands off in it, I eyeball what it needs. So if it feels like it needs to be a little bit softer, I'll add a little bit more evaporated milk to make it softer. If I think that it needs to have a little bit more pepper, I'll add a little bit more pepper. Or I might add a little bit more salt if I think it needs a little bit more salt. And I will add more ketchup if I think that there's not enough and it needs to stick together some more. Now, of course, yes, I've got stuff all over my hands and I'm making a mess that I'll have to clean up. But that's okay. Now, once we get all of this mixed together and everything mixed up real good and stuck together real good like it's supposed to, I am going to put it over here in the pan. And then I'm going to give it the shape that I want it and wrap it in the bacon. And then I will show you what it looks like. Now, I've got all my meatloaf in pan, and I just kind of like shape it because I am using a decent size skillet for this. This is a 13 cast iron skillet. It's the biggest one I've got, and I do use it for the meatloaf and stuff because it's so big. It gives me more to work with. Now, my bacon is not going to wrap all the way around this. I was hoping it would, but that's okay. So we're just going to wrap it the best we can. Stretch that bacon across there the best we can. So that gives it that extra meat and extra flavoring in this meatloaf when it's done. Let me wash my hands off here first. Then I will show you what it looks like. And here we are. Bacon wrapped meatloaf. It's a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Now I am going to put my oven on about 400, and I am going to cover this with meatloaf with aluminum foil, and I'm going to let it cook for at least about 45 minutes. Then I'm going to check it and probably uncover it for the last 10-15 minutes, so that way that I can make sure that this is all done. Now, like I said, my bacon didn't stretch all the way across my meatloaf, and that's okay. If I had some extra bacon, I could lay it across that, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to make do with what we got. Well, this is the first part of meal, so we'll see how it goes.